So Jake Dixon then starts from his first ever Moto2 pole position. Will he be the best of British in Indonesia this afternoon? Augusto Fernandez starts from the front row alongside Sam Lowes after they had a little bit of a dispute at the end of qualifying yesterday. Somkiat Chantra, who didn't even start the first...
This Moto2 World Championship battle led, of course, by Jake Dixon, Augusto Fernandez and Sam Lowes on that front row. So a new race distance, 16 laps as we look at Honda Team Asia rider Somkiat Chantra heading the second row there in fourth place. Great job by the 23-year-old Thai rider. His teammate, it was a good job actually by Ayagura. He had to fight his way through from 21st place on the grid, picked up 15 spots. Really good strong rescue mission that from Ayagura, but the headlines and the plaudits will go to one man, Somkiat Chantra. Let's go down to pit lane in 20 laps. Great job there then by Aaron Canet. Really good job by the Spanish rider. Keeps himself within 9 points of Celestino Vietti at the top of the championship, but this man is going to... That's been a really strong start for Vietti, back-to-back podiums for the first time in his Moto2 career. But this is going to be the sweet taste of success. Honda Team Asia are absolutely ecstatic, and why not? Somkiat Chantra creates history here in Mandalika, your first ever Thai Grand Prix winner.
And what a weekend for that team, of course. They had no lack of joy yesterday, of course, as Mario Aggi at his home Grand Prix put his Moto3 bike on the front row of the grid. And they tasted victory on Sunday. As you mentioned, Matt, we perhaps expected the first victory for this team in Moto2 this year to come the way of Ayagura. But it's Somkiat Chantra who, as you say, when he saw this kind of pace in pre-season testing, we weren't quite sure how much to draw into it, but it clearly was genuine, and he had a pace today that simply no one else could match. 3.2 seconds was his margin in the end over 16 laps of racing. Not even the best of Moto2, and the best in Moto2 right now is Celestino Vietti, had any answer for him.
Well, if you work in the Bororam ticket office, best of luck tomorrow morning, because the phone will be ringing off the hook, that's for sure, after that brilliant performance then by Somkiat Chantra. Celestino Vietti comes over to congratulate the history-making Thai rider. He also comes over to congratulate Honda Team Asia. What a gent Celestino Vietti is. Look how hard he's had to work for those 20 points in that shortened 16-lap Moto2 race. Crucially, he keeps the advantage in the World Championship. Let's go down to, I'm sure, an over-the-moon Honda Team Asia boss Hiroshi Oyama after Somkiat Chantra's historic win. He's with Simon.
Hiroshi, tell us what you think of that incredible ride.
Well, he did an amazing race. Chantra was really fastest rider today, clearly.
You have to say that you're going to be overcome by emotion. If you're not emotional at the end of a Grand Prix victory, the first in history for a Thai rider, well, then you never will be. Look at this, special scenes then for Honda Team Asia. The Idemitsu Honda Team Asia project, they put so much in to developing and nurturing talent from the Southeast Asian region, and it's starting to pay dividends. Trip from Thailand, and they'll be jubilant and delighted. Congratulations to our historic Moto2 winner here in Mandalika, Somkiat Chantra with Simon.
Somkiat, that was a beautiful ride. From the first corners to the last lap, you were fast. How do you feel?
Oh, I feel so happy. I also don't believe. Like, I P1 in the last lap. I finished the checker pack in the first. I super. I in the first position. Also, my first time here in Moto2, I finished on the first. And yeah, I'm really happy. I want to say thank you to my friend, my family, and I want to thank you my sponsor, Thai Honda, and also Carabao, and also thank you for the team. ACI Idemitsu Honda Team Asia. I want to say thank you so much, and next leg I will keep this and more strong. See you in the next race. Bye.
Congratulations, Somkiat.
Yeah, thank you so much.
That might be the best winner's interview I've ever heard.
Absolutely.
Vietti, though, will have something to say about that. A third and a second for him, and the excited, the exuberant Somkiat Chantra steps up onto the podium as a winner in Moto2 for the very first time in his career. These are moments that after a pre-season promise, it's now manifested. It's free. Hands over the second place prize for him, but the man of the moment in Indonesia, the Minister of Tourism and Creative Economy, hands over the trophy to Somkiat Chantra.
So for the first time in Grand Prix history, we get to hear the national anthem of Thailand ring out after Somkiat Chantra's famous first victory in Moto2. An unforgettable victory for the 23-year-old from Chonburi in Thailand. A product of the Asia Talent Cup. He was the champion back in 2016. It's taken him a while to find his feet at Grand Prix level, and it will take a while before that beaming big smile is wiped off the face of the Idemitsu Honda Team Asia rider. Fantastic job. Flanked either side by two men that without any question are going to be fighting for this Moto2 World Championship in 2022. Celestino Vietti and Aaron Canet, back-to-back podiums for those two to kick off the new season.
So Chantra, the man of the moment then in Indonesia. Maiden Grand Prix victory for him, 3 seconds clear of Celestino Vietti. Aaron Canet in third position. They claim their second podiums out of 2 at the start of the season. Sam Lowe's fourth ahead of Augusto Fernandez and Aya Gura. Fermin Aldeguer, a good ride for him on the Boscoscuro in 7th. Tony Arbolino in 8th, just ahead of Pedro Acosta, who recovered from his long lap to pit Albert Arenas to 9th position. Joe Roberts and Cameron Beaubier, much like they did in Qatar, finishing line astern, this time 11th and 12th for them, ahead of Jorge Navarro. Jeremy Alcoba, who scores points for the second time in a row in his fledgling Moto2 career, and Bo Ben Schneider started from the second row, but only 1 point to show for him. Marcel Schrotter was 16th ahead of Marcos Ramirez and Manuel Gonzalez, with Romano Fenati and Lorenzo Dalla Porta completing the top 20. Philip Solach in 21st. He edges out Gabriel Rodrigo, who of course will be heading home next time out to Argentina. Strong performance from Zonta van den Gorberg in his second Grand Prix. He beat Alessandro Zacconi and Nicolo Antonelli to the flag. Sean Dillon Kelly was a retirement late on due to technical problems. Jake Dixon will be gutted with that crash. He ended up 4 laps down, but of course his crash came very early on in proceedings. Kevin Kubo and Simone Corsi also failing to see the checkered flag. So as we look at the championship standings then, Celestino Vietti's lead increases to 9 points, having taken second place today. 45 points from a possible 50. Aaron Canet maintains second. Lowe's in third. Chantra, though, look at that, up 14 places in this very early championship table, up into fourth ahead of Augusto Fernandez and Ai Ogura. Pedro Acosta, points in both of the first 2 races for him. He is inside the top 10. Albert Arenas, he also registered points today. He's 13th. Marcel Schrotter and Jake Dixon just behind him. As mentioned, Jeremy Alcoba, 2 races in the Moto2 class and 2 points finishes. He's just ahead of Bo Ben Schneider and Romano Fenati. Flexbox HP40 continued to lead the Teams Championship, but look how close it is at the top. They share the lead with Elfmark VDS Racing. Mooney VR46 are just 3 points behind in third. And Idemitsu Honda Team Asia also up into the top 4 on 45 points. Just 3 points covering the top 4 teams, with Red Bull KTM Ayo, last year's champions, just 10 further back in 5th. Calix then continue their dominance on a constructor's point of view. 50 points for them, back-to-back wins, with Vietti and Chantra scoring their points. Fermin Aldeguer's 7th place today sees Boscoscuro move on to 10.
Tim at the top of the championship standings, but heading to round 3 in Argentina, we have a record-breaking win, a history-making win. Somkiat Chantra on the top step of the podium in Moto2 here in Mandalika.